wakulima. And the Tea Board of Kenya will give you the necessary backup as an administration to make sure that all those crooks are removed from this sector because they are doing us a lot of damage. On this also, it is important to speak about fertilizer. We are buying what we have always bought, which sometimes defeats the purpose. Subsidized fertilizer is one of the government interventions to increase production, which translates to increased returns for farmers. Ktda is on record charging governments huge amounts for fertilizer subsidy. However, the fertilizer being bought today is not backed by new scientific soil testing evidence to say that is the right thing. We are using the old results. Please, let's test our soils and get a proper recommendation on the most effective type of fertilizer. I alone, we had a fight, a big fight with maize farmers because they have always used DAP. But on testing the soils, it was found that DAP is not appropriate because of the soil acidity. And after we brought a different form of fertilizer, farmers have reaped big. So I want to ask Ktda to work with our labs and have the soils tested and come up with a recommendation on the most suitable fertilizer to increase tea production. Expenditure management and excesses must be checked. The financial resources held by Ktda are held in trust for the farmers. Therefore, prudent expenditure is not an option. How you spend the money as custodians must demonstrate to the owners that you are disciplined, reliable, accountable, and trustworthy. Foreign travel, domestic travel, legal fees, car hire, businesses, first-class travel tickets, among others, are just examples of areas of waste that must be done away with forthwith. I would like somebody to explain to me, and indeed to government, why, when Ktda has a legal department with lawyers who are registered advocates of the High Court of Kenya, why do you outsource legal services from law firms that are so exorbitant? Yet we have a fully fledged legal department with lawyers paid monthly, and they are admitted as advocates of the High Court. They can go to court and argue cases on behalf of Ktda. Lakini tunawacha wale mawakili wako pale wanalipwa mshahara kila mwezi. Kukiwa na kesi tunaenda kutafuta mawakili kutoka nje, wanalipisha pesa mingi. Hiyo pesa watu wanaume wanakatana. Tuseme ukweli ama tusiseme? Tuseme tusiseme? This must stop. Hatuwezi kubali. And let me say also, I've heard a few directors saying that Ktda is an independent company, serikali isiingilie. Lakini you serve 800,000 farmers. How 800,000 farmers are Kenyans na wako na mwenyewe? Wako na mwenyewe? They are somebody. Ni wetu, ni wa serikali. It cannot be. When we negotiated these cases, out of court settlement, the kind of money the lawyers are asking for is astronomical. Hata wale walipigania rais na mimi kotini kwa Supreme Court bado ulisa sisi pesa kama hiyo. Na hiyo kesi ndio ilikuwa kubwa sana Kenya. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yet we have a full-fledged legal department. So we either scrap that department, then we outsource lawyers, because iko ajagani tumeandika mawakili hapo kwa Ktda na waezi enda kotini. Now all of them are admitted advocates of the High Court. So hii ni maneno ambaye inaleta shida. KTDA subsidiaries are also avenues of wastage. Investment in loss-making businesses without returns to the farmers. KTDA kazi yake ni majani chai. Sasa hii kazi ya real estate, mlifundishwa na nani? Ya kujenga manyumba na kuokota kodi. Si tushughulikie wakulima, mambo ya chai. We'll be having a meeting with the new minister and the board so that all loss-making subsidiaries are shut down, because that loss is absorbed by who? By the farmer, not by the directors. There is no justification whatsoever under the sun for KTDA, a company dealing with farmers and tea, to engage in different business that is loss-making and ask the farmer to carry that loss. Najua wengine hamunipendi, lakini mimi sasa si lazima nipendwe. Si Pastor Dokas ananipenda. Sasa iko haja gani mimi kupendwa na wanaume? Kuna haja. We must speak the truth. And the time to fight for the farmer is now. Yeah. Yeah. Na hii maneno ya chai tutanyorosha. It cannot be. It cannot be. Hata hii madirector hapa wanapigana kwa board. Kwani unafikiria wanapigania juu ya nini? Ni nini wanapigania? Conflict of interest. The tea farmer has suffered for too long. Sasa mgongo ya mkulima imevunjika, anaendelea kuwekelewa magunia juu. Mkulima amekatika center bolt. Si ndio? Hizo subsidiaries that are loss making, chairman and your board, no, we must have a conversation. We must have a conversation. And government will come in to facilitate a forensic audit to ensure only viable businesses remain, and everything else must be wound up to stop wastage of farmers' resources and exploitation of poor tea farmers. Let us stick to the core business of managing tea factories and selling tea. Hiyo ndio kazi yetu. Hii kazi ingine mwachie wafanyabiashara. Wajenge manyumba, wafanye insurance, wafugue nini, tufanye kazi ya chai. The Tea Board of Kenya will oversee direct sales overseas to ensure that tea is offered and sold and timely payments received. There has been a trend for the direct sales overseas to be used for speculation purposes. Then after the necessary approvals are sought and granted, the tea ends up stuck in the warehouses as unsold because there was no actual buyer. Kwa makaratasi chai imeuzwa, lakini iko kwa store. Tutaenda hapo leo saa 8. We must clean up this space. This must stop forthwith. Additionally, payment to farmers, even through the direct sales overseas, must not be on credit. It must be prompt, like the auction process. Wakulima wapate haki yao. Today, most of our tea is sold in bulk, which does not fetch a premium compared to value-added tea. This must be handled expeditiously together with the production and marketing of orthodox tea. We as an administration, we are willing to partner with you and the county governments to saidiane to install orthodox tea production lines because it fetches higher return for the farmer. We are willing to put in money together with the county governments and yourselves to saidiane. And